Hey, what's up guys? This is Justin again, and this time I'll be bringing you guys some Call of Duty Black Ops gameplay. I believe this is a Ground War Domination, playing with those guys right there, so big shout outs to them. I'll tell you a little bit about the class, but then I'll go into the commentary. In this class, it's going to be Hardline Pro, Sleight of Hand Pro, and Marathon Pro. So we're playing Domination, and in this game, I'm going to warn you right now, I die, I think, 12 times, okay? The reason why I wanted to show you guys this gameplay is because there's two things. If you're a viewer of mine and you've been a sub for mine for a long time, you know there's two things that I do, okay? I rush a lot and I die a lot all the time, okay? So I wanted to show you guys kind of my role, I guess, in this team right here is to get spy planes and counter spy planes really quickly, because I'm actually using the setup of spy plane, counter spy plane, and Blackbird. And I think I get a Blackbird pretty quick, and I don't know how many Blackbirds I actually have this game, but I wanted to show you my role where I kind of disrupt things and kind of keep people off balance, okay? I used to run 8-9-11 in the Ground War, but since everybody in this party runs 8-9-11, I didn't like waiting for my dogs and my chopper to come out. So right here, as you can see, I'm being super aggressive, more aggressive than all the other guys, because you can see them on the dots, and that's kind of the way I play. That's kind of the way I've always played, and so I'm really trying hard not to flip spawns. But I just wanted to show you guys some awesome gameplay. Like the Blackbird just came out, and I'm like a minute into the commentary, and so I wanted to show you guys my style and maybe stuff that you can take away. Now, it's not necessarily, this style isn't necessarily for you. I mean, if you gotta have the connection first of all, so if you don't have a good connection, it's gonna be kind of difficult to do this. But I just think it's better to watch than maybe say, you know, me go 101 if I'm sitting in a corner and kind of camping everything. So I just wanted to show you guys some exciting gameplay. So that's why I used the non-lethal kill streaks, because I don't like waiting, and everybody likes the Blackbird out, so I think we end up having like an unlimited Blackbird for a while in this game. So just enjoy the gameplay. But in the last video that I made it about snacks, like gaming snacks, and college. So some people wanted to hear more about college, and I know Bathtub Girl didn't want to hear about college, but he's going to hear about college right now. But you can just turn it down if you don't want to hear about college. So I'm going to go with some first impression college stuff, maybe some tips about college and what you can expect, and I'm going to get into that right now. Alright, so for the first tip, when I went to college, I actually took a year off of high school and then went, and it was one of the biggest mistakes I ever made. I think I told you guys I thought I was really super smart, and so I thought I could just, you know, work and maybe do some other things, like some business type stuff without a college education. And while I probably could have done that, it's just that a college, there you go, another Blackbird. College education kind of opens a lot more doors for you than not having a college education. So now, almost everybody I know has a college degree, so you guys, a lot of you guys that are graduating from high school are going to probably need one, okay? I'm not saying you have to go to college and you're going to absolutely need a college degree, but it's always good just to get started, get it out of the way. So another thing too is that I was young when I graduated, so when I was a senior, I was 16 in high school, and so even though I laid off a year on that, I was normal of age when I went back to college. So at the end of the video, I talked about academics at the end and how unserious I was about it. And for those that don't know, if you get an academic scholarship and you don't maintain a certain GPA, and you guys got to be on your game with this, if you don't maintain a certain GPA, they can actually take money away from you next semester, where you'll have to either borrow more money or find another scholarship. Okay, now for me, my family didn't have a lot of money, so that was the only way that I was going to go to college, was academically. There was no other way that I could have gone to college. So my first topic for you guys is that for your academics, 99% of you guys graduating from high school right now are not equipped to be in college. I don't know how to say it. Not equipped to adapt to the studious life of being a college student. Okay, so even if you have a 4.0, I'm not saying this in a bad way. If you are, you know, a 4.0 valedictorian, you obviously have some skills, you know, to maybe be a studious student, right? But in academics, the first thing you got to know when you're going to college is that you got to get serious about your academics right away. Okay, because as human beings are always a creature of habit, and if you get in the good habit of being serious about things, it's easier to lax back. Okay, a lot of you guys know that you procrastinate a lot if you're a young person. I mean, I procrastinate a lot too, but you're not gonna all of a sudden tighten things up at the end. It might have worked in high school, it might have worked in other classes, but in college, I hate to sound blunt, but a lot of the professors you may have, unless you go to a small school, do not care about you at all. They might not even know your name, especially if you go to a big university. Okay, so I made a list for your college academics right here. You obviously got to get serious, okay? And then before you even start your academic career, you got to make some goals for yourself, okay? So if you want to have, like, a goal for me was a 3.5, and I went to a school that had like the plus-minus system, which is a big pain in the ass for, you know, keeping GPAs high. So you can actually get a B- and get a 2.7, which is kind of a pain in the ass. So you can make some goals for yourself, like if you want to get a 3.0 or 3.4 or something like that, make a realistic goal, okay? Don't make a goal that you can't attain, especially academically. You're gonna get discouraged, okay? So make a goal that you can attain, and then make a plan. So if you know that you want a 3.5 and you know that that's gonna be a difficult, or not difficult, it's gonna be you know, difficult to achieve, then you gotta get serious about how you're gonna do it. You gotta make a study schedule, which a lot of you guys don't do already. So you probably study whenever your friends don't do anything. That's probably how you study right now. Like, nobody's going out, nobody's having a good time, so I'll decide to do a little bit of homework right now just to pass the time. It doesn't work like that when you get to college. Now, another disclaimer for this is that my major in college is mathematics, so I had a lot of computer science classes and math classes and science classes, so that's the way that I had to do that, okay? So if it wasn't like I was taking a lot of communications classes or, you know, kinesiology. Now, if you take those classes, and there's nothing against that, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but the classes that I had to take, I knew that I couldn't just roll up, you know, in vector calculus and be like, hey, give me the test. It doesn't work like that unless you're a genius, which very few people. There's maybe one in, I don't know, 10,000 people that can do that. And if that's you, then obviously you're not watching this video right now. So that's another disclaimer right there. But you just got to make sure to get your academics serious, okay? So they'll say, like, for every hour of class you have, you're going to study 2 hours, and that's true, okay? So another good thing is that you want to try to get that out of the way earlier in the day, because unless you work at night or do anything at night, like in the dorms or anything like that, you want to be able to study in the daytime and kind of get that out of the way, because you feel more accomplished, okay? Another thing is attendance, I guess. Now, if you go to a big university, they don't take attendance, okay? Now, I went to a small, like, private school, which was really expensive, and they kind of took attendance, which was a pain in the ass, but looking back, it was actually a better thing, because with them taking attendance, I mean, here's the deal. If you paid to go to college already, don't you think it's kind of stupid to not go to class? I mean, if you're paying, you know, whatever, $600 a credit and you're not going to class, you know, you might think like, oh, I'm so smart, I don't have to go to here. Well, there are people that go to college to get that college experience. So I recommend trying to make a goal for yourself, like every quarter or semester, make it to every single class. I mean, that's a small goal, but for a lot of people, they end up not doing it. And, you know, it's kind of like working out. Once you miss the first workout, it's easier to convince yourself that, you know, maybe, oh, okay, I won't go the second day because I worked really hard, you know, yesterday. And you know what happens. You get on a routine and you work out 3 days a week, and then it turns into 2 days, and then it turns into, you know, you make all these excuses for yourself. So that's kind of the thing with attendance and academics. If you go hard from the very beginning, then you won't have the options to, you know, to fail. Not to fail, but just to make excuses, and, you know, like, you blame other people, like, I couldn't go because my girlfriend broke up with me or something. I don't know, about something silly like that, or I had a bad day, so I'm not going to go. And then you make all these excuses, and it makes it easier. So on your academics, you want to be able to take that very seriously. So get your study game tight, get your plans right, and you probably want to get with people that, you know, have the same goals as you. I mean, if you're going to go to college and a lot of your friends party, you know, which is not uncommon, okay, I'm pretty sure of that. If a lot of your friends party and, you know, you're really trying, and you're on an academic scholarship and you have to do well in school, you probably don't want to hang out with them too much, okay? You probably want to be around students that are just like you, with the same goals, not necessarily the same person as you, but just with same goals and same intentions in mind with academics, okay? So bottom line, academics are super important, but recapping, just make some goals, make a plan, and then keep it tight. I mean, just make sure that you're going to class, make sure you're doing your thing, and it pays off, guys. It truly does, because now that I'm older and I have a couple of degrees, right? When you get all these degrees and stuff like that, it makes the difference in your salary, I mean, by percentages, increase over anybody that doesn't have a degree. So it's kind of like a lot of the people that you are around with now are different than the people that don't have degrees. It's not like you're discriminating against somebody that doesn't have a degree. It's just that we have equal value systems now, and we can go into that before. I actually had 3 topics, and I'm already running out of video right now. So 200 to 107, I think the final score is 50 and 10. I got some clips at the end too, so I'll probably make another video for this. So it's going to talk about fitness, actually. So for the recapping on the academics, it's very important, okay? You want to try to go as hard as you can as possible the first time, so then you can kind of come back and kind of readjust your plan right here. But there's more clips at the end, so enjoy those. And then other than that, I'll make a college number 2 video if you guys actually respond to this. My other goals were fitness and social life. So other than that, enjoy the clips, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya.
Wow, fucking big. Look.